It's time to do crypto now, and we look at some of those things happening right there, beginning from the prices to see what's there. But I mean, one interesting story is that Binance is launching a mobile money feature for crypto. We'll talk about that in a bit. Let's look at the numbers there. It's green again today. Do we say good news? $61,134.71, gain 0.28% in the last 1 hour. Ethereum is also green, gained 1.78% at 2,672.75. BNB, Tone, and others. We see just a little bit of red, just pockets of them right there. So do we say it's a green Friday? Let's talk to Seun Denier. Is the Chief Executive Officer of Alpha Geek Technologies to share, what's going on in the market. Hi, Seun. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Is the bull back in the crypto market?
Well, there are different factors that are currently going on. We've seen that, the U.S. presidential race is it's accommodating crypto. Basically they are raising funds. Everybody's trying to reach out to the crypto market, which signifies, certain amount of interest in, the high regulation or proper regulation of, the crypto industry. And we're also seeing back here in Africa, as you rightfully mentioned, Binance, launching their one-click buy and sell, some African countries. But I mean, yeah, people are, and several other factors in the news. So people are looking, to back themselves on cryptos to ensure that they invest early enough.
Yeah, well, before we head to that, the mobile money feature, Kamala Harris token shatters records as Biden steps down. I wonder who is going to move the crypto market more. Is it Kamala? Is it Trump? Is it both of them have positive sentiments towards, or the market has positive sentiments towards both candidates?
So pretty much we've seen what it is for everyone is that we've seen the power of what the digital assets can do. The Kamala coin has raised maybe about $81 million in the space of 24 hours. Which is something that they probably need to sit down and have several people sitting down in a room, before they can raise that kind of money. And she hasn't, the Democratic camp hasn't really, said anything as for how they're going to regulate crypto, but they're in power right now. And we've seen that the SEC has mentioned that they will be toning down on the number of cases that they'll be putting out against cryptocurrency token issuers and exchanges. They also say that's a positive sign for the crypto industry in general, meaning that they are going to take a step back and, understand it better. And then we'll see, some very, very good form of adoption and regulation coming in the future. It's a good sign for everyone, because if we see the presidential candidates embracing crypto publicly and raising money with crypto and actually reaching out to the crypto industry, we see that definitely in the near future, they will be making out plans and people will be able to hold them accountable.
But what does this say about, we know the issue of regulation around crypto, not just in Nigeria, even in the United States. What does it say about the future of that regulation and some of those not so friendly approaches that crypto has received, even in the US?
Pretty much technology is very difficult for people to understand. Regulation is coming up. They have been regulating, like in the US, they regulated, quite a number of exchanges. That's why you have the likes of Coinbase, you have the likes of Binance US, FTX US as defunct now, Kraken. There are quite a number of exchanges in the United States. The issue right now, the regulation, the issue, I think, is some individual per states. They issue licenses per states for them to be able to conduct money service businesses also. With time, the SEC is studying all the kinds of applications, the use of the crypto. Basically, there's a huge study, and around the world, you can see that even in Nigeria, the FIRS had mentioned, ability to tax crypto, and they've seen that they needed, for them to be able to do that, they need to put laws in place. So they've gone back to the legislative arm of government to kind of pass a bill that would identify and then mandate the FIRS to be able to tax activities of cryptocurrency exchanges. So globally, definitely, it's where we are headed to, and understanding will come, regulation will come, and it will bring sanity to the business environment.
All right, now let's go back to that story that Binance has launched its one-click buy and sell service in Africa. This enables users in Ghana, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zambia to buy and sell cryptocurrencies via mobile money accounts. And this initiative is aimed to enhance financial inclusion, particularly for the unbanked and underbanked population. So Nigeria is obviously not there, but do you see this as a way of financial inclusion? Because it seems that cryptocurrency is even more technical, compared to fiat and normal other platforms that's available.
Yeah, so pretty much, yes, it's a game changer. Allows people to be able to get access to the global economy, which cryptocurrency enhances. However, I would also be very careful. The governments of those countries need to be very, very certain of what and how they would operate. In terms of putting proper. I know Binance has mentioned that they will definitely be putting proper AML and KYC policies in place to ensure that rules are not broken and they follow regulation of each of these countries. But the underbanked to get access to cryptocurrencies, it will definitely develop a lot of the local communities where banks will not be able to go and spend a lot of money. But playing devil's advocate, if there's already mobile money, we want to ask ourselves, will the people there then still be able to, is there actually a need for them accessing cryptocurrencies? That's, in terms of being able to make, to transact, because they already have access to mobile money in those communities anyways. But however, on the positive side, it allows them to connect to the global economy, have access to same kind of cryptocurrencies and services that people across the globe have access to. So at the end of it all, definitely is a win for those African countries. And in Nigeria, I believe that step by step we will get there.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, we still have e-Naira in Nigeria, and I don't know how active that is. We haven't even heard the CBN talk about it for a bit. So, if we haven't been able to adopt or adapt to something like that, then will cryptocurrency be easier? Amidst all the regulation stories and intentions are still going.
It will. It should be. So with this kind of initiative that we see that the governments have actually taking their hands off, right? So this is not in the hands of government. So it's controlled by Binance. Binance is providing the service through a local fintech and the mobile money companies. So the government is not playing an active role as opposed to the e-Naira where it was initiated and was controlled by the government. So people tend to drift more towards the initiatives by the corporate sector, and it gives them more confidence because half the time they feel that the government wants to control. But I know that the Central Bank of Nigeria is definitely looking into the digital assets regulation. We see that the Security and Exchange Commission too have started talking about issuing licenses to local exchanges, but and of course the tax side of it. I believe that in the very, very, very near future, we'll be able to provide, these services to people in the local and, rural communities. However, there's still the challenge of internet penetration and literacy. But little by little, I believe that cryptocurrency, we've seen that there have been a lot of community developments, there have been a lot of community efforts. I know that little by little, people will individually, corporate organizations will go into these communities, provide education, provide internet facilities, provide power that will make the adoption go very, very fast.
So we've heard that as soon as this month, which is almost ending, the licensing could begin. How do you see that changing the crypto space in Nigeria?
It will help the organizations to define how they operate. I believe that the SEC hasn't not been official, but I probably read somewhere in the news that they've issued sort of like an approval in principle or a provisional license to one or two local players, local exchanges. But I don't think the SEC has made any official statements, but it was just been in the news. However, it will definitely change the regulatory landscape. It will allow people to be able to participate in this economy properly. There will be set rules, there will be ground rules. The government will be able to get some taxes off it, be able to generate revenue and expose it. There'll be some level of insurance that will protect, the users who are trading, in these very volatile digital assets. So, yes, with regulation, there'll be we're playing it's the game, and the rules of the game will definitely be properly defined. And Nigeria will then be able to harness the positives, and the government will help us to, mitigate all the negatives.
Yeah, hopefully. Now, looking forward now to the weekend, before the end of today, we would have heard the speech by Mr. Jerome Powell. Where do you see it tilting the market to as we head into the weekend?
Weekends. So usually the markets, it's always different variables. But I believe that with all of this that's happening, definitely it should be positive for the weekend. I like to be very optimistic, even though, of course, it shatters my heart every now and then when we see the red candles. But in the long term, I always look at it in the very long term, year on year, as opposed to day on day or month on month, In the long run, we know that definitely it's for this weekend, it will definitely be looking good. And as we're approaching the end of the year, I believe that there will be a lot of positives, for the crypto market.
Yeah, so we have a countdown to the expected cuts in September. So do you see it looking, perhaps we can retain that good feeling up onto the cuts?
So two things, right? I mean, and this is how I think about it. We have a lot of institutional players who have come into this industry, and they've seen how volatile it is. They see how much money they can make, because of the huge changes, which you will not experience in other money markets. So yes, as all this news is coming up, where we expect the market to react, we've seen that the markets have started reacting differently. That's because a lot of the institutions, with those even trading on the ETFs, we see that they are coming in with a lot of big money, and they see how, when I say easy it is to be able to, move those markets and make huge profits. So I always keep my fingers crossed. I won't bet on it that any of those things will go the way it should be, but. If under normal circumstances, yes, if the rates are actually cut, we'll see significant improvement. People will then be willing to invest more in digital assets.
All right, Sean. Well, I believe you when you say it doesn't always go the way we thought, because, we're talking about post-halving. We're going to do 100,000 for Bitcoin and all that, and we're still looking for that. But thank you so much for your time, and do have a great weekend.
Have a great day. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. All right. So let's just go over. I think I missed. Yeah. We had Binance launching the mobile money. We talked about that. We also have Kamala Harris token shatters records. And then we have a third one, Sunny. Sunny launches its own blockchain. That's also new. The Sunny Group has officially launched its new blockchain, which they call Sonium, and developed in partnership with Startel Labs. And this Ethereum layer 2 solution aims to bridge the gap between Web 2 and Web 3 technologies, offers a scalable, efficient, and user-friendly blockchain environment. You can see the blockchain and the e-world, e-naira, sipping into different aspects, politics and all of that. So there you have it. And then for this afternoon, the index is fair. It's a fearful market. Perhaps it's an opportunity for you to get on board. Perhaps it is not. You need to consult for that. And of course, we've seen the prices even before now. Cardano is positive, XRP is negative, and the almighty king of cryptocurrency is 61,134. I wonder what will happen after that speech that we're expecting from Mr. Jerome Powell Monday. We'll talk about that, yes?